Hi, Titus. I wanted to leave you some feedback on your rough draft. I really like what you're doing here. So this is going to be one of those cases where I say, keep going. You are providing fantastic context here. So we talked about this week. What you probably don't have is a fully fleshed out narrative, and clearly, right? This isn't there yet, right? In terms of a clear beginning, middle, and end. But what you have is a clear beginning, right? So with a lot of your classmates, I've been saying, okay, I see bits and pieces of a lot of little mini narratives. This really reads like it's building towards something. So when I say keep going, like I mean, I really kind of mean like pick up from here, and have that fully realized narrative. So to me, what it kind of sounds like is you're going to be telling the story of Caney, and have that also tell the story of you, right? So it kind of feels like this like development of this park uh like really led to the development of you, like the best way that I can say it, it's like you guys kind of grew up together. So I think that that would be a really interesting story to tell, especially because like this place had so much meaning for you because it was a place where you could kind of be yourself, where you kind of in some ways felt like, I guess, an outsider, where you're making that comparison between choice of dress, which we can also see as like a reflection of identity, right? Because the way that we choose to present ourselves to the world in our clothing, but also in our speech, and then also our gender, a lot of times we talk about that in terms of performance, meaning we are performing an identity to the world. Now, that doesn't mean that it is inauthentic in any way, right? That's not what I mean by that. What I mean is we are we are showing the world both what we think the world wants to see from us, but also what we want to present to the world. If that makes sense, that's what I mean by performing. I love the gosh, your context here is so great. Not only are we getting to know this town, but we're also like really getting to know you. Um, your voice is very strong. I love your self-deprecating humor in this opening paragraph, and it's something that I think something that your voice does. It really draws the reader in, and they want to go on that ride, with you. Meaning they want to keep reading. Voice is something that's really hard to teach. I think it's something that can develop more and more over time, but you really recognize it when you see it, and I'm recognizing it here. So as I said, I think what I want to see you do is really progress forward. So I think that you're setting the context, and we're ready to start going for that rising action. So I'm not quite sure where you're taking this, but remember that we want that clear beginning, middle, and end. So you want to think about what's that middle, right? What's going to be that turning point? In other words, what 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 is your main point here, right? Remember, one of the things that we do with narratives is answer that reader's unspoken question. So what? In other words, why this story out of all the other stories? So that's when I say keep going. That's the direction that I want you to go in, right? Why this story, right? And what is going to be the turning point that'll really help illustrate that for the audience? You're a good writer. Like I said, I really like your voice, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where you take this. All right. Thanks.